What's that beeping noise? Sure hope Nasri likes waterboarding. I think I just got salmonella by looking at this place.
Gotta keep the public from dropping in for a cone.
So why even put this place in the back of a gelato shop? Is this an excuse to justify a $5 billion a year ice cream budget?
Actually, the refrigeration equipment a shop like this uses is perfect for keeping a server bank cool.
And no one bats an eye when a gelato shop buys a big walk-in cooler.
Okay, you'll need to come up with a good reason to be here. Looks like they're scheduled for server maintenance and security upgrades this month. That might get you in.
I think I can smooth talk my way past them.
Don't play games, Mike. These guys are trained to spot double agents and imposters. If their post is compromised, they'll shut it down, and we'll lose our access. You'll also need to give the correct handshake code to identify yourself as an agent.
Secret handshakes? What are we, the Shriners?
It's a specific passphrase that rotates on a monthly basis. You give the correct phrase, they give the correct response, and you both know everything's on the level.
So what's the code?
Tell them that the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year. They should respond with, yes, but the Alps are lovely all year long.
Got it. Let's see if anybody's home. Hello? Anybody back there? I'd like to purchase some of your somewhat suspicious-looking gelato? That is at least 7 health code violations right there.
Can I help you? Or are you going to stand there and insult my shop all day?
I'm here to fix the computers.
We don't have a problem with the computer.
Well, sure, not yet. But if you don't let me install the security update, oh man, you are not going to like what this season's hot new virus does. 2 words, horse porn, all over your computer.
Who did you say you work for?
Mike, what are you doing? Give him the code.
Relax, I know what I'm doing.
Who are you talking to?
No one. I hear the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year.
I don't like the mountains. And you're here to fix the computers?
He didn't give the response phrase. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Say, about those Adirondacks.
I told you I don't like mountains. Come on. I'll show you the computers.
That's not the response phrase. Stay on guard, Mike. If my code is out of date, they might suspect you're not on the level. What the hell just happened?
Looks like he didn't buy the story. I'll see what I can pull off the computers and head back to the safe house.
Mike, I've just detected a source within the VCI branch office doing a search for your profile. Although they've got the height wrong.
I'm taller in person. Sounds like Marburg needs to hire a brighter bunch.
It looks like the analyst isn't doing it on company time. I have the workstation called up. It's using the workstation Parker used while he was undercover as a Halbeck contractor.
What?
The ID on the badge used to access the office is a Madison St. James.
Sounds like a porn star. I think I've seen some of her movies.
These windows into your world really scare me sometimes.
Then I'll leave the fact that I may have worked with her for another time. Got a picture?
Calling it up now. She's pretty. Recognize her?
No, I think I'd remember. But if she's tied to Marburg, I think we've got a way to get to him after all.
Professor Jibril Al-Barra of Vittorio University was shot and killed by an unknown assassin outside a home on the outskirts of Rome.
Police have no motive for the killing as yet, but our political analysts have suggested that Al-Barra may be linked to radical Islamic terrorism.
Coming in the wake of sectarian conflict in the Middle East, some political analysts are suggesting that Al-Barra's death might be a reprisal for the bombing of the Jizan airfield earlier this week.
The international Islamic community has been quick to decry the killing, with the International League of Muslims issuing a statement saying that Al-Barra had no ties to terrorist activities, and the murder was little more than a hate crime.
A new museum exhibit has caused chaos in the streets of Rome. The Roman Museum of Natural History opened up its Crusades exhibit earlier last week, prompting claims of religious intolerance by protesters who have crowded the downtown area and even threatened visitors. Officials for the museum defended the exhibit, claiming it was a critical examination of the time period based on historical evidence. Roman police have kept the scene under control, but fear a full-scale riot could break out if the numbers gathered outside the museum continue to increase.
In fashion news, designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was...
No sign of our mysterious Halbeck contact yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
I've never been stood up in my life.
Someone has a high opinion of themselves.
I'm just stating the facts.
Switch off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
So let me guess. This was your table.
Don't make me repeat myself. You've made an effort to broadcast your arrival in Rome. Why?
Broadcast? I thought I was being more subtle than that.
You were obviously trained by the U.S. government. You've left a trail all over Rome.
Actually, you left the trail, or I wouldn't be here in the first place. And now we're having this conversation. I must be doing something right to have you come visit me in person.
You aren't here in an official capacity. You are operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton. You've served in several military engagements until you were recruited, a soldier.
I prefer the term commando, actually. I've been adding bullet points to my resume since you saw the last draft. So, is that it for introductions? You haven't even offered to buy me dinner yet.
Reports place you as someone who prefers talk over action.
You obviously read half the file. I like fighting, too. Besides, you're the one who's been doing most of the talking.
Only because I need information. Provoke me further and I'll get it another way.
You mean like raising your voice? You need to work on your approach. All you're doing is boring me. So you've done your homework, congratulations. I know who you are too. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman.
Chief of Security, as of a year ago.
Those gloves keep the dirt off?
Yes. And the blood, when need be. Considering how public your actions have been in Rome, especially that debacle at the Echelon listening post, I think you're hardly in a place to lecture me. In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
I was tracking down a lead, and it looks like I've found it.
I see. So you thought all you had to do was wait and we would speak. Interesting.
What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all. Unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
So am I. And I think we have room to negotiate.
No, I am not authorized to make deals. Besides, I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents. That contact will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
I'm alone. I'm not in contact with anyone. Certainly not the agency that cast me out.
Your denial just adds to the evidence.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
Why should I negotiate with you? How long will it be before they have a new chief of security, new secrets? You're just getting set up like I was.
You are ignorant. Halbeck is not the same hierarchy as your organization, and the term loyalty is not used there lightly. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
You weren't hard to find in Rome, you know. The reports of what happened in that gelato shop. The shooting outside of Rome. That poor professor. Taking the bullet like that. Finding you was easy.
What can I say? I was hungry. So I checked out restaurant reviews, chose one, and waited. I knew one of your goons would show.
And that's when you and Mr. Marburg met up and had lunch.
There wasn't much time to eat, actually. He was too busy talking, and I was too busy keeping my hands where he could see them.
So a normal business lunch, then. I'd be curious to hear more, and your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
Oh, we laughed, we cried, we had a grand old time. That Marburg, he could do a killer impression of you.
He mentioned you being something of a smartass, not taking things seriously. But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character. Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered, did you ever regret getting her into this?
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, right. In the end, it was.
Mike, we may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working for Marburg, unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory. And maybe the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What? Why?
Did you see her picture? No way am I missing out on that action.
Nice. Okay, let me patch her through. Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
Operative, actually.
I'm sorry?
Never mind. Miss St. James, you were trying to reach a Michael Thornton. You're talking to him.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
Already am, but go ahead.
I have reason to believe your life is in danger. I know.
Professor Jibril Al-Bara of Vittorio University was shot and killed by an unknown assassin outside a home on the outskirts of Rome.
Police...
I'm in. Seems pretty quiet.
It is a listening post. The CIA's upstairs, and they probably have a guard in the lobby, so keep an eye out.
Will do. Going to take a quick look around.
careful. They probably...
Cable's cut.
Huh? What do you mean static? All right, check downstairs.
by a dummy console on the second floor. If you can find it, you can loop the feed and sneak past.
Accessing the database and downloading the software.
All right. Receiving. We're good.
Listening in on the listening post. Gotta love this job.
Reinforcements.
Control room's locked from the inside.
No other entrances I can see. Looks like the only way to get it to open is to get them to open it.
I'll think of something. Looks like an air conditioning duct. Too small to fit through, but this ought to do the trick.
What are you doing? Mike, don't kill them. There's got to be another way.
Just giving them a scare. A little something I learned in third period science.
What the hell?